Everybody, welcome back to Skyrim. And the Blues 32, and found a stone. I found it. Finally. Hey. Is it broken? I'll take it. I will gladly take it if it is indeed broken. Hi, little guy. Ugh. What the hell happened to my eyes? Did I always look like that? Did I just develop cataracts?
Please don't bother the Archmage unless it's If there are any problems, let me know. It's my job to keep things... That's nothing you need to concern yourself with. Very well. It's not something often discussed, as it might be misunderstood by the locals. The Augur is down in the midden, below the college. I don't recommend going down there unless it's absolutely necessary.
Oh, thank you very much.
Day-to-day operations are my responsibility, which means if you become a problem, you get sent to me.
Just a quick nap.
Gisargo regrets there was no chance to speak with the Siji. And? Were they magnificent?
Are they supposed to explode? Because they explode.
No. But Jazargo is pleased. You are a good friend to have done this. Jazargo will not forget it. Swift hunting.
I still need some help. If you can spare the
Oh,
time.
right. I forgot. Your
Exactly as I
spell
said
wore
it would.
off.
Now, are you ready to try again? I am confident it will work.
Okie
This
dokie.
will be worth it.
Lay it on me.
Okay, now don't move at all. Oh my. That isn't right. Just wait. I can fix this.
Oh gosh, I'm over there.
Oh no, that's not good. Let me try again.
Well,
I'll get it right this
fantastic.
time. I swear.
No one's heard from the physical order in so many years.
There. All better.
They suddenly show up here.
Well, it all worked out in the end, didn't it?
It's been a pleasure.
Oh, no, it hasn't. I have a long way to go before I'm ready for the kind of but at least I know where to start now. Thank you. You've been a great help to me.
Where's this guy who was just talking to me? No, that's Jazargo. Someone came up and said he needed my help with something. And then he went away. It's very rude. I suppose I was busy at the time being turned into a dog.
Is it true? One of the Sijiks was here in the college?
No one's heard from the Yes, I may have entered into an agreement with It was a mistake, and now I want back what I gave him. But he won't deal with me. Talk to him. See what it'll take to get my amulet back. I'd better get going.
Good to see Skyrim still has such fine...
I will do that later. Possibly not even on camera. It's not that important.
It's always encouraging to see the younger generations embrace it.
A hidden door. A cup of cinnamon. Worms and plastic minnows. No one has any idea what I'm talking about, do they? Kids these days, they don't know about the peak Cartoon Network programming. I'm sorry, is there a Draugr in here who wants a piece? I mean, it sounds like there's a Draugr in here who wants a piece. Is this... Atronach Forge. Let's see. No, I can't remember any ingredients off the top of my head, and I don't think I have any. Number one required charcoal, another ruined book, a roll of paper. Why am I soul trapped? Don't you soul trap me? Ah, my eyes. Yoo-hoo! Ah, my ear. Itchy, itchy, itchy.
Your perseverance will only lead to disappointments. Still, you persist. Very well. You may enter.
Well, thank you.
I am that which you have been seeking. Your efforts are in vain. It has already begun.
What has?
But those who have sent you have not told you what they seek. What you seek.
What is it that I am seeking?
You seek that which all who wield magic seek. Knowledge.
I don't wield that
You
much.
shall find this. Knowledge will corrupt. It will destroy. It will consume.
Okay.
You seek meaning, shelter in knowledge. You will not find it. The Thalmor sought the same thing, and it shall lead to his end, as it has so many others.
I'm not the first.
No, though you may be the last. The one who calls himself Ancano has sought my knowledge as well, through very different questions.
Yeah, he's a bit of an ass.
Your path differs from most. You are being guided, pushed towards something. It is a good path, one untraveled by many. It is a path that can save your college. I will tell you what you need to know to follow it further.
Huh, that's nice of you. What do I need?
And those aiding you wish to know more about the Eye of Magnus.
Uh-huh.
You wish to avoid the disaster of which you are not yet aware.
Yes.
To see through Magnus's eye without being blinded, you require his staff. Events now spiral quickly towards the inevitable center, so you must act with haste. Take this knowledge to your Archmage.
Can do.
Oh.
I don't want that chest, but gotta take this note to my Archmage. I'll be back at some point. Maybe. I already mentioned this earlier, but I had started a new game. This time trying to go for a mostly a wizard type run through. I've never done it before. I've tried, but it always winds up going in the other directions. And I was basically going to just basically say no armor, like robes, gloves, that sort of thing. But I'll protect myself solely with like magic spells. But I accidentally saved over it, so now it's gone. If you, I apologize I cannot see you personally before you leave. The trip from Sardis Mora is treacherous this season, or I would have visited upon hearing the news. I know it's a fine college at Winterhold, and I'm sure you will excel. You may know that I, too, attended there. I was quite the conjurer adept in my own day. I'm sending you my notes on something called the Entrenach Forge, a bit of a project of mine while at Winterhold. Mention nothing to the faculty, but ask your fellow pupils about a place called the Midden. You will find the forge there. I fear a number of my notes are missing, scattered, lost throughout in my travels through Skyrim. Perhaps you may stumble across them in your own adventures. The Entrenach Forge offers few clues as to who built it, and even fewer as to how to unlock its potential. Only through blind experimentation and a few singed eyebrows have I been able to understand its functions. The forge is mostly a large, dais, almost crude of make, but emblazoned with the traditional Daedric rune, Daedric Oblivion rune, I believe that's what that is. An offering box is attached, as well as a prominent lever. The dais also features a large setting which seems set to some sort of large spherical object. I have had no luck determining what this mystic object may be, or what effect it may have on the efficiency of the forge. The forge is activated by placing certain items into the offering box and play the lever. The forge consumes the items and conjures something upon the dais. The conjuration can be predicted reliably if the appropriate items are left in the box. Many combinations either have no effect or catastrophic reactions. Once I conjured a wild goat. Well, most of the goat at least. Experimenting wildly with the forge is dangerous. I recorded such recipes as I have discovered on the following pages. The simplest yet perhaps most hazardous stable recipe is that for a summoned Arcanok. The conjured brutes will attack the first thing they see, however. Be ready for a battle if you have reason to use these recipes. Uh-huh. Let's give it a go. What if I used Flawless Ruby? Back up! I told you to back up. Yeah. Use a fire salt, get a fire salt. Of course, I still lost the ruby, but that's not my biggest concern. I really gotta get back to playing Morrowind in my own time. So that I can visit Solstheim in that game. And see the similarities.
Enchanting services are one of the few things that keep us in touch with the rest of Skyrim.
The hell's going on?
The local Nords may not like us very much. Savos doesn't care for politics. You've come to the right place. I'd be happy to teach you.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Well, there's more enchanting to be done. You can acquire what... All right, be quick about it. Here's the name and location of the client.
Damn it.
I'm not sure what happened. A monk from the Sijic Order. Here after all these years, and then he just leaves. I hope we didn't offend him somehow. Beyond asking for you, he never said. Very strange indeed. Really? And what? I'm sorry, what?
You heard?
Well, I'd certainly love to. And how do you know of this? Did you really? And he specifically mentioned the staff of Magnus.
Yeah.
I'm impressed with your initiative. Of course, someone will need to follow up. A most impressive attitude. Keep this up, and you'll do quite well for yourself.
Yeah. Just tell me where it is.
Something as specific and ancient as the Staff of Magnus. I'm not sure we'd ever find something like that. I seem to recall Mirabelle mentioning the staff somewhat recently. Why don't you see if she can tell you anything? I'm quite pleased with your progress, you know. You've certainly proven yourself to be more than a mere apprentice.
I've barely done any magic whatsoever.
This circlet once proved invaluable to me. I hope it can be of use to you now. I hope Mirabelle is helpful.
And the most magic I am capable of is enchanting. Enchant me. If I could just pick pockets better, I'd get my gold back.
Please don't bother the Archmage. Well, now that's an odd question. Why in the world would you be asking?
Maybe connected to the eye.
I can appreciate that this... But let's not jump to any conclusions or assign it importance beyond what we're certain of.
The Argo reverted to the Eye of Magnus, not me.
Just whatever is going on, whatever you're up to, be very
Staff of
careful.
Magnus?
Well, it's said to be very powerful. Has the capacity to store an incredible amount of magical power, as the story goes. But it's more myth than anything at this point. I've no doubt that it actually exists, but no one has seen it in, what, decades? Longer? I'm not sure. The only time I've heard it mentioned was when those Synod characters showed up some months ago looking for it.
Who?
Mages based out of Cyrodiil. They fancy themselves the imperial authority on magic these last few hundred years. My understanding is that all they really do is make noise in an attempt to carry favor. Lots of politics, little magic. I was quite surprised to find them on our doorstep. They seemed amiable enough. It became clear they're trying to hoard powerful artifacts, looking to consolidate power.
As you do.
No one here. The Synod seemed convinced it was somewhere in Skyrim. They inquired about the ruins of Mzulft, but that's all I remember. It sounded like they were heading there, though they were rather secretive about why.
I'll have to
I
ask them.
suppose if you're intent on looking for the staff, there's a chance they might be in Mzulft yet. Just don't expect them to be cooperative.
No, I can be very persuasive. Usually through murder. And then, looting their bodies for notes. I find that works best. It's gotten me this far.
Look over there.
I noticed it, Lydia. I too have eyes in my head. I think we'll call it a video here. I'm the Blues 32. This is Skyrim, ETFN,
About that for now.